But I almost feel like shouting at myself in the mirror, because this happens every summer. We hit May and we go, we've got to sell at least 5 and bring 5 in. And then you start to think, well, that won't happen. But 3 in, 3 out, any club should be capable of doing that. We're sat here again. Forget the quality of the players we bought. The reality is, we should have done at least 3 in, 3 out. We've done 2 in, none out. That is awful. When you bring it down to that, 2 players in, 0 players out. And what makes me laugh is that they don't want to spend money. So when they're telling us they've got to sell to buy, do you think they're really trying to sell so that they've got to buy? This is why they give contracts to Phil Jones. This is why they keep Juan Mata. This is why they keep Pereira. Because I've said this before, and I don't know whether people understand it, right? If you've got Juan Mata, right, and if you let him go, you've got to spend at least 30 million to buy a replacement. A business keeps Mata because Mata is already there doing a job. It's not about the quality of the job. He's there, he fills a role. If he goes and you get somebody better in, that better person's going to cost you money. Same with Phil Jones. You sell Phil Jones, you've got to spend 40 million to bring another centre back in. You keep Phil Jones, well, you've got 4 centre backs. He's one of them. And this is why we run like a business, because this whole sell to buy thing, I don't think we're in a rush to sell anybody, because if you sell Jesse Lingard for 20 million or 25 million and then you buy Ruben Neves for 35 million, you've just spent 10 million more than keeping Lingard. And people don't understand it because they want to think we're a football club, but we're ran by bankers. We're ran by businessmen. This is why when people go, how, I can't believe we've not sold anybody. These people are the people selling. They don't want to sell, because when they sell, they've then got to replace. And when they replace, they've got to spend money. And the money will be more than the person they're replacing, because the person you're replacing is going to be better than the person you've got rid of. So, you know, it's an ever growing. I think some people sit there and go, how have we not sold anybody this summer? And then you go, but look who's doing the selling. It's the people who don't really want to do the buying. So they're not. Imagine if they'd sold Lingard, James, Jones, Delot, McTominay. They sold those 5 players. You've got to replace McTominay. You've got to replace Delot. You probably don't need to replace Lingard and James, to be fair, because we've got a lot of attackers. But you know, you're probably going to spend more than those players going to replace them.